Oops, I guess. Okay, that's why I couldn't hear you. 7:07 on a finally Friday, 96.5 KECO Elk City. And there you go, early morning show. Nathan Landry, now you know. Good morning, Landry.
Good morning, Nathan. Back to you.
61 degrees. And there you have it. It's not going to get much warmer, is it?
Hey, I heard something crazy, Nathan.
Yeah, you did.
I heard some high schools are going to play football tonight.
No, come on. I thought they outlawed that.
I thought
My
they
coffee.
did too. Where's your? Oh,
It's right there. Never
I thought
mind.
they did too, but it turns out that not all Friday night football games are illegal now.
How much did it rain at your house last night or this morning? I got a few drops.
You know, I think what we've got with weather, and this has been happening for a long time, is people who are over-promising and underperforming.
So the under-deliver?
Under-deliver.
You know, the key in business, you under-promise and over-deliver.
Right.
That's key. To make good and delight people, you got to do that. Well, we've got an 80% chance of rain today. That's what the weather people tell me. Right now, 61 degrees. Now, this says it's going to get up 71. You got anything on that?
My Weather Underground app says, it said 69 today. Now,
That's close.
as I look at it again,
Mm-hmm.
that's for Norman. I was checking out tomorrow's football game. Where are we?
Pardon me.
What is the address here? Was this Elk City? According to the internet, let me double check. Sometimes my phone doesn't update. when I
Amy
touch
Donuts,
down.
301 North Van Buren on the east side of Elk City. Amy Donuts has your donuts, and I know that because that's what this piece of paper says. Amy Donuts, 301 North Van Buren on the east side of Elk City, 4:30 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Open 7 days a week. They've been open already. 5:30, 2.5. They've already been open almost 3 hours. How about that? That's early mornings, what I call it. Amy Donuts, 301 North Van Buren.
68, high of 68. According to Weather Underground, there's an 82% chance of 1.2 inches of rain, a high of 68. Tomorrow, 66, Sunday, 66.
Don't you hate it when you read a headline so the headline is what makes you want to read the story. And there was something in USA Today, and I thought that'll be interesting. And I'm reading, and I have not gotten to the point of the headline yet.
Some 12-year-old write it? Some digital creator at Channel 9 who studied Russian studies?
It's Blake Topmeyer.
Hey, what? He's my guy.
So I wonder how long the story is, and did he wait until... Remember yesterday we were talking about, here we go.
Isn't that what the layman would call the story title?
Mm-hmm.
See, a headline, it's the title of the story. But it's supposed to be interesting. It's supposed to give you an idea of what the story's about and make you want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Boy trapped inside refrigerator eats own foot. You know that
trees, right? Blah, 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 blah. Frank Luntz.
Did you say Frank Luntz?
No.
Are you sure?
After a busy spring and summer, you're ready to put the tractor up. But before you do the maintenance work. So it'll work like you need it to next spring. Get everything you need for tractor maintenance at Camrock Supply, next to Fred's Steakhouse at Elk City.
Nathan,
CamrockSupply.com.
not only are the Thunder off to a great start to their season, they're going to win every game this season. They're going undefeated.
They win again last night?
Yes, and in every game this season so far, not only have they won, they've won it in overtime. In fact, they've won it in double overtime.
That's odd.
Last night, they downed the Indiana Pacers they played Indianapolis? I presume they do. 141-135 in double overtime. Their first win of the season was at home against the Rockets.
Wait a minute.
Won in double overtime.
Didn't they beat the Pacers in the championship?
Yeah, it was a rematch.
Did they have Halliburton?
No, I learned last night that Halliburton is out for the season. When you rupture your Achilles and you have to have it repaired, apparently it takes about a year to recover.
Good night.
He is going to miss this entire season. Now, John Mateer said he would have already been back.
Mm-hmm. That's a great name. Halliburton.
That is a great name. Do you think his father...
By the way,
worked
Landry,
in the energy
let
industry?
me gripe some more, okay?
Okay.
We were talking a month ago about this Boganowski kid that plays for OU and how Brent Venables said that he'll steal. He hits so hard, hardest hitter he's ever seen.
Yeah.
He will steal your soul. I haven't seen him do boo on the field. Who's he hitting?
Keontae Lewis? Here's my question to you. Why is it that Keontae Lewis, who, courtesy of a Michael Hawkins ball that was overthrown by about 20 yards, Keontae Lewis ran into the north wall in Owen Stadium, and he was down for quite a while, wasn't moving, carted off the field against, who was that, Kent State or East Popcorn State? Came back the next week and entered the game, but hasn't returned since. My question to you, Nathan, is how is it he was able to return the following week and hasn't been and has missed last week against South Carolina he was out? He will miss the Ole Miss game tomorrow. What did they discover after
that wasn't there before?
After letting him back in the game? After letting him return the following week?
96.5 KECO is the early morning show. Text us at 225-9697, 61 and a half degrees. That's the beauty of a digital readout. 61 and a half degrees. West winds 1.1 miles an hour. Your weather at the bottom. I'm supposed to talk to Steve Barry with SWODA and the Coalition Against Drug Use. So we'll be talking about that. I'm scheduled to talk to him. I think that's still on. Jared Ather with local news. Hope you enjoyed Paul Joseph's My Take. 225-9697 is the text line. Good morning, fellas. Let the cult begin. So back to this story that I was reading and couldn't get to the part.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go way deep into the story. Okay, the two coaches who were fired recently.
Which ones? Let's see.
You got
so
the
many
guy from, let's see.
Franklin?
Hold on. James Franklin was one of them. Let me find.
Supposedly,
here we go.
9 have been fired.
Jimbo Fisher, James Franklin want to coach again, right? So Jimbo Fisher, lately of Texas A&M. I guess he's still sitting out.
Was he the first guy we heard of with a gigantic buyout?
It's the first one I remember. So Jimbo Fisher, who last coached Texas A&M. Before that, he was at Florida State, won a national championship.
Yeah, won a natty. They call it a natty.
And I don't think he's coached since A&M, and that's been 2 or 3 years ago.
He could afford it.
Okay, Jimbo Fisher wants to coach again. James Franklin wants to coach again, but Ed Orgeron has the right idea. This is what Blake Topmeyer wrote. And so I'm thinking, I want to see what is Coach O.
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing that the others aren't?
Mm-hmm.
And so I skimmed, and I couldn't get to anywhere with Ed Orgeron. And then finally, you get down halfway through a long story. Franklin, I doubt any of those. Quote. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is an Ed Orgeron quote. I watch football all day on Saturdays. You know what? The game needs a little bit of toughness. They need some leadership, and I know I can bring that. He said he's willing to take an assistant position coaching the defensive line.
Not even a coordinator job?
I love ball.
Do you think he'll wind up coaching at UConn High School?
Now you're talking. That sounds like a man willing to put on a shirt and and return at a level lower than he departed. That's the path back.
Put on a shirt. Well, he left amid scandal at LSU, right?
I don't know. I don't know why he left. I have no idea.
Wasn't he accused of stealing equal packets at the local diner?
15 minutes after 7 o'clock, 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. Let me give you the headlines just so you know. This is from the Oklahoman. Bixby denies Mustang upset after weather delay in 6A football clash. OU football's biggest game this season? ? It isn't Bama or Tennessee. OU football adds padding to stadium after Keontae Lewis injury. Can OU football build on momentum against Ole Miss? Our predictions. Wait a minute. Can OU football build on momentum against Ole Miss? I mean, going into Ole Miss, I guess. Silly. Jacoby Sanders enjoyed dream come true in first OSU football start. What else is in the paper? I can't believe they had another their second game in a row was another double overtime victory. That is really, really bizarre.
Nathan, according to the internet, former University of Oklahoma head defensive coach Mike Stoops, he left OU, went out to Arizona to be the head coach out there. Didn't do well, came back to OU to resume his duties as head defensive coach. And Brent Venables, who was here, said, you know what? I think I'm going to leave now. I went to Clemson. So Mike Stoops came back to OU. Bob left. Lincoln Riley replaced him. Things weren't working out. He got fired. Wound up as an analyst at Alabama. Now he's on the sideline at Kentucky coaching for his brother, where he's what did we decide? He's the linebackers coach? How much do you think he's making?
$800,000.
That's pretty close. $675,000 to coach linebackers.
Chopper Dave says Ed Orgeron routinely works out without a shirt.
What does he think he is? Vladimir Putin? Does he ever ride a horse? Shirtless, like Putin does?
17 minutes after 7 o'clock, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. So Coach O would be willing to come back as a position coach. That's pretty cool.
That's like John Quincy Adams. You know, he was president of the United States, lost his bid at re-election, went back to the House of Representatives.
This is from the text line. I was just going to let you guys both know I'll send your names into these colleges to replace James Franklin and Jimbo Fisher for head coach jobs. I told them one of you guys were the punt, pass, and kick champion, and the other one was the punt, pass, and kick sore loser. Send our names in. You know, you need to take a look at these guys. They are on the radio and seem to know a lot about talking about football. They don't really know anything about the game.
No.
But we can talk about it. And died there.
Coach Ogeron died.
Who's
Working
dead
out.
and died there?
Chopper Dave, who died? Vladimir Putin died there.
Vladimir's dead.
Who
Mike
died?
Stoops is dead.
Died there. Did they all three die on
Ed
the sideline?
Orgeron. Is this the beginning of a joke? Ed Orgeron, Vladimir Putin, and Mike Stoops walk into the field house and died there. What did we just say? What were we just talking about?
Mike Stoops.
Oh, John Quincy.
You know, there's no bigger John Quincy Adams fan than Chopper Dave. Did you know that about him?
He is the JQA scholar in residence.
Yeah.
In Central Oklahoma. Scholar in residence, Landry. Text us at 225-9697. Landry, selection. I know selection means a lot to you. You don't want to have one choice shoved down your throat. You want a selection. So when you go to Barbara Dyson Ford and you see all those pickups, you say to yourself, well, I guess I'm at the right place. Look at this massive selection. And it's a fabulous collection with a fine selection. Trucktober means they bulked up the stock and then want to get rid of them all. So they're going to make deals, take a look, take your old truck down there, haul it down there, and see if they'll give you a trade. See what they'll give you. Just see. Barbara Dyson Ford.
Didn't Matthew McConaughey play John Quincy Adams in Amistad? You know that John Quincy Adams was a hunk.
What a beefy hunk he was, huh?
Keep chugging that coffee. The Brewer Boys will be back with the early morning show in a couple of minutes.
So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the oil field, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the oil field, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
To raise market-topping cattle, you need the cream of the crop. Black Hereford Ranch invites you to their 21st annual Fall Cream of the Crop Herd Bull and Female Sale. Saturday, October 25th at the ranch near Crawford, Oklahoma at their new time, 2:30 p.m. Or bid online at cci.live. Selling 70 deep, wide-body, sound, good-looking 18 to 24-month-old herd bull candidates. They're good, beefy kind, tested and ready to turn out. Also selling 20 of their very best spring-bred heifers. Hereford, Sim, Angus, Charolais, Angus, Composite, and American Cross, the kind that'll produce market toppers. For sale information, videos, online catalog, and requests, visit blackherefordranch.com or call 580-309-0711. The Black Hereford Ranch Fall Cream of the Crop Herd Bull and Female Sale, Saturday, October 25th at their new time, 2:30 p.m. Join them at the ranch at Crawford, Oklahoma, or bid online at cci.live. Beef up your cattle operation with the cream of the crop at Crawford.
In the land of Ford, October is really Trucktober, a time to challenge ourselves and help truck buyers. The stock is in, and our place is covered with over 100 pickup trucks. We even had to ship some over to Truck Island. They're all waiting for loving families to give them a good home. To meet the challenge of selling 100 trucks by the end of October, we're going to take big trades and make big deals. The Trucktober Challenge is on at Barbara Dyson Ford in Elk City, online at barbardysonford.net. Truck lovers, come and get them.
The number one biggest thing that I hear was somebody who has kind of a wreck in their mouth, been waiting to get dental insurance, and I just haven't ever got dental insurance. You wait and wait and wait. You get dental insurance, but at that time, all of those problems that started out small have now become very large. You have the dental insurance, but yet it's going to cost you 10 times more out of pocket than what it would have if you would have came in before you had the insurance. Actually, more time and more money in the chair, or it ends up costing people teeth because then they're like, well, just pull it. If you do not have dental insurance, do not let that stop you from coming to the dentist, because I promise you it will cost you more time, money, or maybe even your teeth.
I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron, Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens. swdentalok.com, where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry.
Fine Line wants your car, and they're going to pay you for it. Top dollar. Call Steve Jones at Fine Line, 225-9111, 225-9111. Make some money.
Ready for another dose of radio caffeine? Here comes the early morning show on KECO.
24 minutes after 7 o'clock, 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. What if before you ever needed hoses, you called and got the replacements? And that way, 6 weeks from now, when you're out there and you need them, your hoses fail, you got them. I mean, you got them, Landry. Wouldn't your life get a lot easier? American Hose and Supply, inside the Camrock building next to Fred's Steakhouse.
You know, I go to Brahms on the same day as every week. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Routinely, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yep.
And so if somebody needs something from Brahms, wouldn't it just make sense to ask you on one of the days you go? Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. To get my apples and bananas and occasionally milk.
Landry, great news. And I know that because I'm reading it.
Right.
It says great news.
Sure. Oh.
From a listener.
Oh.
OSU has contacted me back about you guys and said they would hire the first one of you who could grow a mullet. That is great news. 25 minutes after 7, 61 degrees, cloudy skies.
You know, I'm ashamed to say it, but in 8th grade, I think we had mullets.
10th grade. And I've got 3 reasons
10th
why.
grade?
I've got 3 words why. Billy, Ray, Cyrus.
Johnson.
You know what?
Are you sure it was 10th grade?
It was like the summer after 10th grade going into 11th grade. Yes, it was. Because he didn't come out until 92.
Yeah. I just thought that I had my hair a little longer a little earlier.
I don't think so.
Somewhere, Nathan, there is a picture of the two of, if not both of us, then me with my arm in a sling from a cat, and I don't know where that photo is. And I wish I did, because I broke my arm in the fall of my 8th grade year playing soccer at Clinton, and that, of course, that ended my soccer season. But I was also I was also playing football that season, and so it ended my football season. In fact, it ended my football career because I decided it was time to hang it up. You know, I'd given a lot of good years to football, 6th grade, 7th grade, and the beginning of 8th grade. But in a soccer game at Clinton on I want to say it was a Sunday afternoon, but it was pretty hazy. I can't remember. I broke my arm, ended my season. Somewhere there is a photograph of me in a sling because I think my arm was in a cast, and I was in the 8th grade. And I think I may even be wearing an Elk City High School junior high football jersey.
How can lightning be in our area when the radar doesn't indicate any lightning in our area? I keep getting notifications that there's lightning in the area, but as I look at radar, 20 miles away, maybe, it looks like Clinton might be getting something right now. That's 20, 25 miles away. Do they count being in the area as 25 miles away?
I thought it was 15. I I thought it was always 15
Could
miles
not
away.
tell you.
Within 15 miles.
But I keep getting this notification. Oh, lightning in the area. Fabulous. Delicious. Yeah, thanks. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. Doggone it, Landry. I was going to say something. No, I don't remember what it was. What was it? Oh, I hate it when that happens. My train of thought got completely wrecked. Rack and ruin. You know what I'm going to try to do this weekend that I didn't do last weekend? Watch movies. I wasn't able to last few weeks. In fact, I've been curtailed. I don't know if it's because of football or because we've been so busy on the weekend doing stuff. I haven't had time to settle in for a good movie.
This is what I do. I raise a finger when I'm trying to remember something. And my finger is up in the air now because I want to remember to ask you a question.
Right now? On
Yes,
air?
Yes. So do it now.
Yeah.
Recently, you suggested I rewatch a movie, and I can't remember what it was. You said that would be a good rewatch. You should rewatch that, and I cannot remember.
Was it,
What it was.
The Rewrite?
No, I've already rewatched that one. It was older. I think it was older.
Yeah.
See, last weekend is when I finally watched Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
And I watched the John Candy.
I remember us talking about it, and I cannot for the life of me remember what the movie was.
I was reflecting on the John Candy documentary the other day, I Like Me. It starts out with his death, and then you back up to his father's death. The whole thing is really very tragic and heavy. And did you remember seeing his son?
Yeah.
Both of John Candy's kids, he had a son and a daughter, are shown throughout, and of course they're really sad. John Candy's son, when you look at him, he just looks extremely sad.
Which, I mean, there's nothing funny. It's just...
No, but I mean...
I'm laughing because...
I mean, the whole thing is really heavy. It is really sad and tragic, and you just know the whole thing. And it's really a sad... For a famous guy who got rich and famous, he had a sad life.
But that's his life. I mean, it's a documentary about his life. That's his life.
Yeah, I get that, but it made it a really sad documentary. It was really heavy. But he's a really interesting guy. And he was, my childhood, John Candy. Oh, yeah. Uncle Buck.
OU plays Mississippi at 11 o'clock in the morning. Nobody knows them as Mississippi. They're Ole Miss.
I know.
But OU plays at 11 in the morning. So the pregame show will start on Cool 94 at about 8 o'clock. No kidding, at about 8 a.m. We got Merritt football tonight, Landry. Merritt at Hooker. Oh, is it going to be a wet one? Merritt at Hooker. 7 o'clock kick. ParagonTV.com. But I'm going to try to watch. I cannot remember what the movie was that I recommended and said, yeah, that's a good rewatch. You should do that. Did you ever watch that funny movie I told you about? What is I can't even remember the name of it. Jim Garner, Jack Lemmon. One's the president, one's the ex-president.
I never did watch it, but I know what you're talking about.
One of the few genuinely...
Heads of State, Hail to the Chief.
Maybe Hail to the Chief. Anyway, you know how most funny movies aren't that funny? That movie actually made me laugh. Cannot remember the name of it. It was Jim Garner and Jack Lemmon with
former president.
And Jack Lemmon's wife was Lauren Bacall, I think. So just a listener on the text line at 225-9697 says, just wanted to let you guys know there's lightning in the area, but not necessarily your area. Hey, that's super funny. You can text me yourself at 225-9697. Did you enjoy Paul's take? My take with Paul Joseph? We played it just before we went on the air this morning. He was talking about an amazing weight loss product called ice cream. And he had this knack for eating ice cream at night and the next morning weighing himself and finding he'd lost weight. I don't know how he did it, but he did. Wrangler. They've got them at Atwood's. Wrangler. Buy one, get one 50% off men's and women's Wrangler retro jeans. Starting at about $55, but when you buy one, you get another pair, half price. Wrangler men's and women's retro jeans at Atwood's Ranch and Home Goods, Elk City, Clinton, Woodward, Altus. Brian's Buy of the Week at Atwood's is this Sweet Chaos. Is this popcorn season? Because we're in the football, and it's, you watch movies on the weekend, and we got football. Is this popcorn season? Sweet Chaos popcorn. 6-ounce bags, white cheddar, dill pickle. They've also got movie theater butter. Regular $4.99. Buy one, get one free. That is some Sweet Chaos. And 2 for $5, 10-ounce bags of Wiley Wallaby licorice. Wiley Wallaby licorice, Atwood's Ranch and Home Goods, Elk City, Clinton, Woodward, Altus, and I found all this Atwood's information inside the latest penny news, which I am holding in my left hand right now. How about that? All this Atwood's information. Let's just go to the back page. Why not? Trimming trees or cutting firewood. Oh, it's time for that, isn't it? DJ's rentals and sales. Battery-powered pole saw, wood chipper, stump grinder, chainsaw, log splitter. Lewis Cattle Oiler, back rubber benefits. Back rubber. Get them flies away. Let your cattle be healthier. Lewis Cattle Oilers. It's on the back page of the Penny News. We got auctions in there. The big estate sale at 210 Grove in Elk City. Big estate sale today and tomorrow. You better take a look at the Penny News to see what that's all about. 210 Grove is where it's at. S&S Estate Sales is doing it. We got 2D trailer sales, a hay feed wagon, a GR 16-foot gooseneck halftop, 2022 Road Boss equipment trailer. Man, that's a big one. That's on page 16 of the Penny News. Look at page 16 of the Penny News. Page 1, Misty Gosen. How about you? Misty Gosen Insurance. Jason Jones Plumbing. So we got all kinds of services, all kinds of auctions, all kinds of trailers, all kinds of jobs. It's the mammogram special, Great Plains Regional Medical Center. We're still in National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October. That's the pink ad on page 2. Page 3, there's that estate sale. Dobbs Septic Service in Cordell. Dobbs Septic Service. Doing a job nobody wants to do, but he'll do it to make your life better and let you keep living. A lot of ag products here. Penny News, grab a copy. It's free this week. Penny News, it's free this week. Go grab a copy. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. It's now 7:34, 61 degrees, 98% humidity. Will we get rain? Well, we're supposed to. We got about an 80% chance. Your weather breakdown coming up. Steve Berry of SWODA is going to be here talking to us. Coach O won a national championship at LSU with one of the best teams in recent memory. That LSU squad from about 6 years ago is one of the best college football teams I had seen in a super long time. They were so good. And Coach O coached them, and then 2 years later, he was out of a job. And he says he would be willing to come back as a defense, as a line coach, as a position coach. Forget head coach, forget coordinator. He just loves ball. I like to hear that.
The caffeinated conversation continues on the early morning show right after this.
Brian Bacca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
And I do a lot of financial education. There's a lot of people come and sit down with me just to get information, and I want to try to help anybody that wants help. If they want to help themselves, then I'm here for them. But I've had people that are so far upside down in debt and really don't even have anything to do with financial planning. I talk to them about it and tell them these are the baby steps that we need to implement to try to help get you on the right track. But it's going to be a little painful, and it's going to take some discipline. It's going to take a while. And sometimes I never see those people again. So you don't tell them what they want to hear. They want you to wave a magic wand sometimes and fix their situation, but sometimes you can't help someone if they just don't want to be helped. Brian Bacca, name of my company is Advanced Financial Strategies. I have built this company from scratch. I didn't buy this company from somebody else. I started one client at a time.
Give us a call at 323-6800. Look at our website, retirewithbacca.com. Begin investing and stick with it. That's how most successful people did it. You can do it too.
So there's a company out there that has a certain color. All the farmers and stuff think their oil has to be used in those certain color of tractors. And it's just not true. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. I use it at our place. My son uses it for our colored tractors that we have, and a lot of other farmers use it too. It's the same oil, specifications are the same. It's kind of a myth where they think that it's got to be that certain type of oil for that color of tractor.
Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil.
Get the cotton out of the field, through the gin, and out on the market. You're in a race against the clock. Time is money. We know you're in a hurry and we want to help you get down the road, but we'll slow the gin down if that's what your cotton needs. Sometimes slowing down just a little bit means a better quality and better grades. Sometimes. Every field is different, and we customize our process based on what your cotton needs. Now, don't get me wrong. We want to serve as many customers as we can so we can make money. But if dropping the speed of the gin just a little is better for your cotton, we'll do it so you can make more money. Just ask Jimmy and Spencer Smith. They switched to Carson County Gin a couple of years ago, and they're still with us. Their cotton got a better grade, so it brought a better price. If you'll Google Carson County Gin, you'll find us. We're near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. Cleaner cotton means a better grade. We run our gin to get you the best grade possible.
We do brakes, alignments, oil changes, filter services. If it's a fuel filter, air filter, we'll replace the front end parts on alignments, ball joints, tie rods. We don't do any engine work, but we do about everything else. Oil changes is something your car has to have done. There's many choices. We have a lot of repeats just because we take care of them. They come in, we get them out. They don't have to question and worry about if something was bad. Did you check it over? If they call and make an appointment, we get them in and out a little quicker. They can show up. If it happens to be the right spot, we can get them right in and out. If not, say it may be an hour or so, they'll leave it, come back, on their lunch break or whatever. We have a lot of those every day. L&R Tire, 1204 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, the home of Bridgestone Firestone tires. At L&R Tire, we'll take good care of your vehicle.
Catch me, Paragon News Director Jared Atha, with the latest local news at 5 p.m. every Monday through Friday. Presented by Mickey Lively, your Farm Bureau agent in Greer County.
The Brewer boys have a lot more to say. Get ready for more of the Early Morning Show right now on KECO.
In 21 minutes. I thought I put something there. In 21 minutes. In fact, let me grab this. Copy, paste. I wonder if this will work. You suppose it'll work? We'll see. 21 minutes away from the top. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Carter Electric bringing you the forecast this hour. An authorized Generac generator dealer. Curvin and Mary Orgain. 217 West 12th in Elk City. 225-2447. Here's your forecast. We've got an 80. We're going to call it an 80% chance of rain today. Let's hope. We do need some moisture. It has been so dry. And, between my allergies and what's bizarre, my allergies are raging, but my nose is so dry, it's getting cracked because the weather's been dry. So it's an odd mixture. We need it to rain for multiple reasons. And, I guess the crops need it too. The ground needs it, but my body needs it. Our allergies need it. Come on, rain. 80% chance today. High of about 71-ish. I wonder if it'll even get there. 71 is the expected high. South winds 10 to 15. Tonight, 80% chance of rain. So today and tonight, 80% chance of rain. Low of 55. And then for Saturday, 60% chance of rain, especially early. The later in the day it gets, the more the chance decreases. Tomorrow afternoon's high. Supposed to be about 68. So today about 71, tomorrow about 68. 80% chance of rain today, 80% chance of rain tonight, 60% chance of rain early tomorrow, and then it decreases as the day wears on. Right now on the back porch of KECO Radio, 61 degrees, 98% humidity. North winds at about 7 miles per hour. In about 10 or 11 more minutes, Jared Atha will come in and give you local news on 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Friend of the show is back, Steve Berry with SWODA, Substance Use Prevention and Treatment. Steve Berry, first of all, how long have you been with SWODA now? It's been a while.
5 years.
Get a little bit closer to that microphone there.
5 years.
Yeah, how did you come to work with SWODA?
Well, I'm a certified alcohol drug counselor, and I've worked in treatment programs, various settings and facilities throughout my career. And SWODA had begun this substance use prevention treatment division because they knew the opioid crisis was reaching an apex, and Southwest Oklahoma had been devastated by methamphetamine for years.
Yeah.
And as a council of governments, we work on big projects that an individual city or county might not be able to do on their own. And so hiring content experts and developing strategic plans and implementing programs is kind of what SWODA does. We have rural fire certification, aging services, 911 coordination, transportation planning, as well as economic development, which is kind of our bread and butter. But these big projects, and so our executive director at the time, Deborah Glasgow, who's done incredible work. She's retired now. We love her, but she had this vision, and she said substance use is about public health, public safety, families, education, work readiness, productivity. It just impacts all these many different areas of a community. And so if we can help prevent the worst of the damage that the opioid crisis is going to cause, then we'll be better off, and maybe develop a strategy to actually bring more resources to our area to combat the problems.
The immediate specific reason that we'll get back, this is sort of big picture stuff, and actually we'll get back to that in just a little bit because I want to ask you some more about that. But the immediate reason that you're here is you guys are having or hosting a drug take back event. Tell me about it.
Actually, we're having 2 drug take back events, and they're tomorrow from 10 to 2. And in Elk City, we'll be at the Walgreens parking lot. And in Clinton, we'll be at the Interbank parking lot there. And what a drug take back event is, we encourage folks to look around your home, see if you have any medication that you don't take anymore. Maybe they changed your script, or maybe whatever you're taking it for, you got better. Maybe you're healed up and ready to go. And so you got a half a bottle of pills or cough syrup or something like that that's been prescribed to you. Don't just leave that hanging around the house, because it can prevent a danger. If you have small kids, even a pet, you drop an adult-sized pill on the floor and your 8-pound dog eats it. It's not a good thing. Or maybe you have someone with intellectual challenges in your home, or an older folks with memory problems. Maybe they'll double up on their meds or something, or maybe they don't remember which pills to take.
I just had a thought. It might be a good idea if you have older relatives who are aging. You might want to take a glance through their medicine cabinet and see if they have some old pills.
Absolutely, that's the perfect scenario. Another thing to consider is my mom passed away a few years ago, and after her death, we kept her at home throughout the end of her life, and we were grateful for that. But we had this laundry basket full of medication.
Are you kidding?
I wish I was, but that's the nature of it. When folks get sick, they just try things, and sometimes they don't work. And so they prescribe you 90 pills, and after 30 days, they realize it's not working, and they change your med. So what do you do with those other 60? Let's get them out of the house, so make it a little more safe. The other thing that we're doing too, so what we want you to do is take those meds, put them in a bag, put them in a box, whatever, drive through the event. You don't even have to get out the car. Just roll down your window, drop them in the collection bin, and you can take off. But while you're there, we also have medication lock boxes. So you have an opioid medication, or you have some other prescribed medication that could be a danger to someone else in your home, lock it up. Just put it in a lockable cabinet, so that only the patient has access to it.
So these events are actually going to be in the parking lots of these facilities. They don't even have to go inside the facility. You don't have to go inside Walgreens in Elk City or Interbank in Clinton. You guys will be out in the parking lots.
Yeah.
And it's a drive-through. These are drive-through events.
Yeah, you don't even have to get out of your car. Just throw your meds in your car while you're on your way to go shopping somewhere else. Just drive through there, drop your stuff in the bin. If you want a lockbox, tell them, they'll bring it to your car. Like I said, you don't have to get out. We'll have naloxone there, which is generic Narcan, this opioid reversal medication. We got some great resource guides that our department at SWODA just printed. Man, it's got some great information there about mental health, substance use counseling, information there about food pantries, other counseling services, where to find a recovery group in your neighborhood. We're really proud of those resource guides, and they're free, and we want folks to get those in their hands. It's just nice to have something that you could take with you, that if you ever need to refer back to it, you can. Medication lockbox. And we also have at-home disposal kits. So you have a neighbor who didn't get their meds ready for disposal. You take these disposal kits to their house. They can just pour their pills in, add water, throw it right in the trash, and it makes it environmentally safe. The medication can't be reused or can't poison anyone else. It's pretty incredible stuff.
96.5 KECO is the early morning show. We're talking to Steve Berry, SWODA, Substance Use Prevention and Treatment, about the drug take-back events tomorrow in Elk City, Walgreens, and in Clinton at Interbank. What are the hours of these events?
10 to 2.
So 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow during the midday lunch rush. You can get out, and it's a drive-through event. You can drop these off. Officials do not actually want people to throw away necessarily unused pills at home or flush them down the toilet because they can have adverse reactions in the water supply or in the ground. And so the best way to do this is to safely get rid of them. And that's where you guys come in.
Yeah, we partner with our local law enforcement. They oversee that. You know, I'm just a guy. I can't possess someone else's prescribed meds legally. So we have the police, Clinton PD, Elk City PD, are going to oversee the event, make sure there's a chain of custody, and then the Bureau of Narcotics comes around at the end of the day, collects everything that we put together, and they take it to their incinerator. They have an incinerator where they get rid of all those medications safely and environmentally cleanly, and they won't get back into water supply. They won't go through the sanitary sewer system and make our fish grotesquely muscly,
right?
Anything like that. If there's some kind of steroid or some kind of hormonal medication, especially if you have any kind of nuclear med for cancer treatment, something like that. But those usually come with a way to return those to the manufacturer.
All right, let's zoom out and look at big picture stuff again. When I came to work here about 24, almost 25 years ago, everything I heard about was meth. It was just methamphetamine. It was just ripping through western Oklahoma. And then, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, it seemed like I started hearing a lot more about prescription medication. And it's interesting to me how everything goes in cycles, and I don't want to call it a fad, but it's just things grow in popularity and diminish. What is the biggest issue right now as far as drug use and abuse? What's the biggest issue faced in Western Oklahoma right now? Is it meth? Is it prescription drugs? Is it marijuana? Is it cocaine? What is it? What's the single biggest driver there?
Well, depends on which metric you want to use. You want to talk about overall deaths, probably tobacco, and then alcohol would be second because they're linked to so many different kinds of cancers. So excess use of alcohol is linked to like 35 different kinds of cancer. So in that regard, those two are the major problems. But if you want to talk about highway safety, it's probably alcohol and then marijuana. If you want to talk about criminal activity associated with drug use, probably methamphetamine, followed by fentanyl and the opioids. And you talk about the historicity of it. The Oklahoma Attorney General sued the opioid manufacturers and got a settlement, and they brought SWODA was able to get some of that settlement money to create some of these programs that we do. But the reason why they got that settlement is because the opioid manufacturer said this is not an addictive substance, when in fact they knew that it was. So they lied to the public. They marketed it falsely, incorrectly, and fraudulently, and they got caught. And the problem was that these doctors, thinking that it was non-addictive, they prescribed it, very liberally. And in these last 15 years, Oklahoma has implemented a prescription monitoring program so that if I need a narcotic, the prescriber has to check the registry to make sure I'm not getting narcotics from another provider, or if I have, how long ago it's been, or the dosage and the quantity, et cetera. And so that has reduced the amount of prescriptions and the number of pills being prescribed and dispensed. And so when people were addicted or people had a dependence on those substances and they were taken away, they could no longer access them, then they turned to street substances. And with the rise of fentanyl, it's just become so dangerous in our communities. And fentanyl is so deadly, just the size of a few grains of salt could be deadly to a person, less than 2 milligrams. And it's especially deadly to uninitiated people who've never taken it before. So young people who take it for the first time or get it unknowingly, and it can be laced into other stuff. We've seen it mixed with methamphetamine. We've seen it mixed with cocaine. We've seen it in pills that were sold as Adderall, which is a stimulant. We've seen it put in pills that were supposedly OxyContin or oxycodone, and it was actually fentanyl. It's been laced into black market marijuana. So if you use marijuana, go through your dispensary. It's been tested. It's safe. But if you're buying it on the street, you don't have really any guarantees. And so, people for centuries have looked for ways to get high, and unfortunately that hasn't changed. We haven't found a fix for that. But people are curious or people are looking for that escape for a few hours, it shouldn't be a death sentence, So that's what we're trying to do is provide a way to keep people safe. We have this naloxone, which reverses the opioid overdoses. It's an incredible nasal applied medication. It works within 2 or 3 minutes, and we give that for free. We've got naloxone vending machines in Beckham County. We've got one at Clean Scene Laundry, Keithley's Corner out in Sweetwater. Here in Elk City's at Keys Pharmacy, Red Rock, and the hospital. And, go find that stuff, put a box in your car, keep one in your home if somebody's on an opioid, just in case. Accidents do happen. Like I said, just making a mistake or trying to get high for a little bit shouldn't be a death sentence for people. So we want to have a way back.
Steve Berry is with SWODA, Southwest Oklahoma Development Authority. A lot of stuff SWODA does. That is a big umbrella there. You're with the Substance Use Prevention and Treatment Program. Drug take-back events, dueling events tomorrow in Elk City at Walgreens and in Clinton at Interbank. Outside of these facilities, it's not, you don't even have to go inside the store. It's a drive-through in the parking lots of these facilities from 10 tomorrow morning until 2 tomorrow afternoon. Drug take-back events. So if you've got unused medicines that you would like to safely dispose of, they will help you do that and take care of it for you. No questions asked. Just drive through, hand them off, and you've also got lock boxes.
Yeah, we got medication lock boxes. So if you have a narcotic at home, or if you have marijuana edibles for that matter, that kids don't know a brownie from a medication brownie, and so it'd be wise to lock those things up as well. And those are free. Just come in, and there's no names required. We do ask your age group, your gender, your ethnicity, your veteran status, just so we can get some demographic information to give back to our funders. But no name, no address, no phone number needed, no questions asked.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m., drug take-back event at Clinton at Interbank and in Elk City at Walgreens. Steve Berry, SWODA, Substance Use Prevention and Treatment. Steve, great to see you again.
Thank you so much.
It is now 6 minutes away from the top. Jared Athan wants to give you local news. It's 61 degrees, cloudy skies, 98% humidity, north winds around 9. We got an 80% chance of rain. Should hit about 71 degrees this afternoon. We'll see.
Good morning, partly cloudy with some rain chances, currently 61. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Athan. A Clinton man was arrested recently on suspicion of possessing child sexual abuse material and violating Oklahoma's Computer Crimes Act, according to a probable cause affidavit filed in Custer County District Court. According to a probable cause affidavit, police were called to a Clinton address the evening of October 12th after a report that an older phone linked to 37-year-old Jason Scott Denny contained suspected illegal content. Officers secured a search warrant for Denny's residence and seized multiple electronic devices. The next day, investigators obtained a second warrant to triage the devices. According to the affidavit, detectives reported finding files they believe depict child sexual abuse material within a cloud-linked photo application on one of the phones. On October 14th, detectives interviewed Denny after advising him of his rights and was later arrested and booked into the Clinton City Jail. Prosecutors requested Denny be charged with 2 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of violating the Computer Crimes Act. A judge signed a probable cause finding on October 14th. Bond was set at $75,000 with conditions that include no contact with children under the age of 18 and no possession of internet-capable devices, according to the filing. The Oklahoma Corporation Commission is still handling a saltwater purge in Caddo County, collecting and hauling the water until the flow stops. Back on October 5th, the discharge was about 56 barrels an hour. That's down from 63 the week before. Crews trenched and pulled the flow away from 5 Mile Creek, which feeds Cobb Creek and thus Fort Cobb Lake. Officials say there is no current risk to Anadarko or Chickasha drinking water and no added risk to livestock or wildlife. Tanker trucks are making roughly 11 to 13 loads a day to a disposal site north of Hydro. Governor Kevin Stitt authorized emergency contractors back in September after cattle deaths were reported near Eakley. Tests now show creek and lake levels back within limits. The OCC continues its investigation with an update expected later this week. In state news, a food pantry has opened in the metro. Oklahoma News Network's Rex Oates tells us why.
A food pantry is now up and running at Tinker Air Force Base. It's to help the service members affected by the government shutdown. If you'd like to help out, they're looking for donations of non-perishable food items. I'm Rex Oates.
These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Partly cloudy with rain chances. It's currently 61. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Aitha.
Get the cotton out of the field, through the gin, and out on the market. You're in a race against the clock. Time is money. We know you're in a hurry and we want to help you get down the road, but we'll slow the gin down if that's what your cotton needs. Sometimes slowing down just a little bit means a better quality and better grades. Sometimes. Every field is different and we customize our process based on what your cotton needs. Now don't get me wrong. We want to serve as many customers as we can so we can make money. But if dropping the speed of the gin just a little is better for your cotton, we'll do it so you can make more money. Just ask Jimmy and Spencer Smith. They switched to Carson County Gin a couple of years ago, and they're still with us. Their cotton got a better grade, so it brought a better price. If you'll Google Carson County Gin, you'll find us. We're near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. Cleaner cotton means a better grade. We run our gin to get you the best grade possible.
We rent most everything, from backhoes to mowers to lifts and chainsaws. DJ's Rentals and Sales, 225-1400 on South Main in Elk City.
The wait is over. Nathan and Landry Brewer continue the conversation right now on the Early Morning Show.
We got Merritt football tonight, 7 o'clock, ParagonTV.com at Hooker, Merritt at Hooker, ParagonTV.com, 7 o'clock this evening. OU football tomorrow, 11 a.m. kickoff, 8 a.m. pregame, Cool 94.3. Get ready for what comes next. Get ready for the rest of your life. Get ready to leave your job but still get a paycheck. RetireWithBACA.com is the website. Advanced Financial Strategies, big and bigger. We're in the room, filling the room just yesterday morning. It's about 61 right now, cloudy skies, 98% humidity. Will we get rain? We're supposed to. 80% chance of rain today, 80% chance of rain tonight, 60% chance of rain tomorrow. Let's keep our eyes and fingers crossed we get some moisture because we need it. Fox News dead ahead. Exploring Energy Tradio at 10 today and Ag at noon. Backroads at